Okay, let's roll.
Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Wait. Can I do an ad before you?
I guess DJ still fucking raw then.
Mars vs. Venus. They did the soul food. They did the she's a meal prep thing.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You gonna do it?
Ready to do it before the music.
Hold up. Talk about, are they paying for this session?
They had a raffle.
You stuttered.
He won.
No, they did a raffle.
Free food.
No, they did a raffle, and I won, and I got a week free of food from her, and that shit was fire. So I just want to shout her out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, ready?
Nope.
Did you bring a plate though?
Yeah.
He ain't alright.
It was in our office.
Do they listen to the show?
Huh?
Do they listen to the show?
Yes, it's Mars vs. Venus.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
It's the fam. Shut up, Jesse.
You
gonna be able to?
Yeah.
You gonna get it soon. Were you sick? Do you get sick?
I am sick all the time.
Not sick.
She does not like anything but sweets.
Do we know it's a girl?
Oh, it's a girl?
No, we're just hoping.
No, it is. It is. I can feel it.
You can feel it.
I'm prophesizing. I'm prophesizing. Huh? Because look, we went to I had a funeral to go to on Saturday, and they said all the preachers stand up, and half my family looked at me. It was like, why you standing up? No, I got liquor on my breath. I'm not about that. Ready?
Again, shout out to Raw 6.
That's a great way to start the show.
Again, make sure y'all talk into the microphone.
Absolutely. Are we ready?
All right, go ahead, Magic.
This episode of the On Mute Podcast is brought to you by Soul Fuel.
Do that again, man.
Yeah, do it one more time.
This episode.
Sound like they were selling ass.
Really, I ain't trying to do all this shit like that.
I really thought that they were selling something other than food.
Ah, there we go.
Soul Fuel.
Soul Fuel sound like a live ass.
I have a speech impediment. Y'all leave me alone.
You gotta talk with it, bro. So, nigga.
That nigga stupid.
Shut your high ass up. Are we ready?
Yeah,
That was rapper week.
This episode.
I'm sorry.
No, all this thing.
This episode of the On Mute Podcast is brought to you by Soul Fuel. Listen, this is the judge himself at MJ Owns on all social media. When I'm not bloated, when your boy's trying to get right in them jeans and them shorts so I can pop it for pimp, when I'm in the club, I get Soul Fuel in my body. It's delicious.
They got hips like a bitch.
Holla at my girl at Chef Key on all social media and get your food together.
I ain't gonna lie, she arched that nigga back like that.
Her thumb was in my crease. But
Skate round.
let's get with the show. Thank you, Soul Fuel. Thank you at On Mute Podcast. Let's get it.
He tooted it up.
I'm not sure if that's a great advertisement to eat there, man.
It was delicious.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
God damn it! I'm doing that all the time. I do that.
I didn't know. Don't do that.
Is this like when Hov gets mad at niggas for going? What's the next one?
I didn't bring them. Y'all drunk, not me.
Is that last time?
Yeah, that's a wrap. You just asked me if that was the last of it.
Just like
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Am I my brother's keeper?
You drinking champagne?
No, this is vodka and soda.
So you gonna take from me?
I'm gonna give you something too.
I don't want that. Come on, man.
This nigga's crazy.
See how it be on niggas. It be on
He
niggas.
gave you a split.
That's not that much,
I'm
nigga.
just trying to wet my lips.
Nigga, you better. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That nigga Matt is on cloud 10 yesterday. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Bills.
Oh, what you pointing at?
Yo! Welcome to the On Me motherfucking podcast. How y'all doing tonight?
Fantastically well.
I'm doing great.
It's a week off, but they don't know that. My bad. How y'all doing?
Relax.
How y'all time off, guys?
Chilling. Yeah,
We're doing good, man. We're doing good.
I did not want to move last week, so I'm glad we canceled. I did not want to move.
It was a rough time, but I'm glad we canceled. Everybody got themselves back to center, so we're in here, we're living life, we're doing good. You don't have to close it. I'm gonna eat it. Just give me the box.
Oh no, nigga, just ain't no more for you.
It's funny, Fats is here.
Yeah! I did that on purpose. That's one of my favorite Fat songs. Box! Give me that box!
He said he wasn't sharing, nigga.
Sharing no more, nigga.
Nigga, fuck you! I'll cash app you. Yeah, Money make a nigga act different.
You gonna cash out me for the hen? I just gave you some, nigga. That was my
Hey, charge the nigga for the parking,
$3
bro.
shot.
That was
Charge
my
the nigga
last
for the
hand,
parking,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, I just gave you a little bit
Run
of
them
my
numbers,
last hand.
nigga.
Somebody, for the people who aren't watching right now, tell this nigga what my face looks like.
Bitter beer face, nigga.
Yeah, that's it.
Bad bitch face, nigga. You can't tell me shit.
Before you start munching out some pizza, introduce your motherfucker.
Don't you see these fucking dealer plates, fool? Hey, what's the deal, people? It's the judge at MJ Owns on all social media. What goes down? It is the cunning Catalea linguist. It is the hookah hypocrite. It is the CBD dog daddy. What's happening, everybody? What's going down?
That shit smacked.
This nigga
Fuck out of me like
It's your boy Rail, man.
Son, where'd you find that?
Dom DeMarco.
That's it. No AKAs today, fam.
What?
Shit, fuck it, it's Tubbs.
Oh, y'all pointing at me?
Oh, y'all point it? Oh, man,
Don't
fuck it,
even
it's
matter.
Tubbs, man. AKA Tubby the Butcher. AKA Push a Beat,
Boom, boom,
Push a
boom,
Ton. AKA, you know what I'm saying, Southside Gun. I'll take it.
I like that. Hey, it's J, man. What the fuck?
It's your boy DJ, Mr. On Mute, the opinionated asshole in the motherfucking building. And we got a very special motherfucking guest tonight, returning.
Return guest.
You know.
Friend of the show, friend of the fam.
Go ahead, fam. You just took over my intro.
He's a friend when you're in need. He's a friend indeed. He's
He's a friend with weed.
He's a friend with weed. The portly patriarch.
The portly.
The girthy good man.
Stop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a confidant.
Stop.
Travel down the road and back again.
When niggas start calling you girthy,
Pause that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have big motherfucking Fats in the building.
The one and only. Big
Fatt Geezus.
Yeah, that guy. AKA, I gotta go to work tomorrow. AKA, I'm not famous yet, get out my DM.
Sorry.
AKA, put something on my phone bill if you ask to see it.
There you go.
Hey, I fuck.
Shit.
There you go.
How much is that?
No, nigga, you.
This nigga
I don't know what's going on.
That nigga Matt's on a whole nother level. He tuned it up. He trying to pay niggas phone bills.
I'm talking about what's
This nigga here.
Trying to get flued out.
Boys got announcements tonight.
Trying to get flued out.
No, nigga.
It's about to get real hot.
Hey, man. No.
Nigga.
Look, bro, we got a very special episode tonight, dog. Doing something a little different than we normally do when people drop albums. Our boy Fats dropped Table Manna.
Word.
Man,
It's everywhere.
everywhere.
Go get it.
Finally, Google. Thank you.
Yeah, fucking Google, you son of a bitch. Couldn't even get it out right. I fucking Google on my nerves, man.
Well, that's
Shit.
good.
Bro, every album I
just
drop,
released.
Google Play just decides to drop that shit whenever they feel like it.
Really?
Like, they ask you the release date, everybody else agrees, everybody else drops it on the release date, and then Google Play will be like, shit,
We'll get to it.
it's our album. Yeah, we own it next week or something like that.
That's both
Chance to back around, nigga, you ain't even famous. Nigga, look at that. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, bruh. But it's finally online everywhere. So, you know, if you were waiting on Google Play, yeah, man, go check that shit out.
Yeah, that shit slaps.
Very, very special album, man. Just before we even get into the lyrics of the shit.
Because y'all butchered that shit.
So, I mean, it happens. Nigga, wait, hold on. Fuck you. I need y'all rappers to know. 9 times out of 10, we are drunk.
Nigga. Yeah,
Yeah,
No, I'm not even gonna say we're not perfect. We are drunk.
I'm not mad at that, though.
We are drunk.
I'm not mad at that. That's why I'm here.
I just see how many niggas be looking at the radio.
in the DM before and be like, you fucked up my lyrics. I'm drunk.
Oh, nah, man. I said it in fun. No, don't get me wrong. I know. I appreciate y'all for listening. So
If somebody ever DM'd me and said, "Hey, Judge, you fucked up my lyrics on your podcast," eat a dick, nigga. I tried.
yeah,
I've been drinking champagne all day. I
You're
tried.
an idiot. Yeah, I mean the fact
You an idiot, nigga. Don't call me out my name.
This nigga stupid. the fact that you could at least, attempt to means you jammed it. You
Right.
appreciated it.
Of
So,
course.
I say it in fun, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I ain't mean to interrupt. I'm
The
here.
album title. Table Manna.
Yeah. Okay, we starting with that.
How many entendres is that?
I mean, it's actually it was in Build. I don't know if everybody caught it. Was it Build, right?
It's in a lot of records out
Yeah.
here. It's everywhere. But basically, to dumb it down in layman's terms, manna in the Bible is spiritual nourishment provided to the Israelites during Exodus. Right? They were leaving and they didn't know what they was gonna eat, and they woke up and they saw the manna, on the ground. So people believe that it could be a lot of things. I purposely used it for spiritual nourishment, with food for thought. You know what I mean? So right now we're in a part of the game where a lot of niggas aren't rapping with substance or concepts or anything like that. So it's a conceptual album. This is as if Fatt Geezus were to put out an album. It's not necessarily a Big Fats album. So you'll notice that you don't hear the name Big Fats anywhere in the album. It's all Fatt Geezus. You know what I mean? So it's in the realm of what I do, food for thought, you know what I'm saying, memoirs of the kitchen staff, Fatty's food truck, fast food. It's only right that for a spiritual album, we make it spiritual food, which is manna. So
Man, that's what's up.
the table part is really just the play on words. You know
So
what I mean?
basically, it was like it's really a concept album.
Yeah, it's definitely a concept. I mean, that's
Yeah.
if I had to put it in a category, that's what it would be. It's as if I'm writing a story of another person, which is Fatt Geezus. You know what I mean?
So would you say that as Big Fats, you feeding these niggas? Like,
It's like his own book. It's like Fatt
Yeah.
Geezus got his own book.
Yeah, it's a Bible, so to speak. If you had to, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, I've always what I try to do is feed the culture. You know what I mean? I try to set a standard. At least if nowhere else in my city, I try to set a standard of what we call lyricism, what we call a top level of lyricism. You know what I mean? It's a lot of niggas out here that can rap, but, can you put it together consistently at this level is what I try to do.
Who
You know
can't?
what I'm saying? Who can't? That's too many to name, and I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus. You know what I mean? But that's up for the people to decide.
would you say you're driving said bus that would drive over people who
Of
can't?
course, I feel like that. And I mean, this is Fats we talking to at the end of the day. Like, I try to be as humble as can be. But
I love a nigga that's gonna toot his own horn.
Yeah, facts. I mean, I'm a rapper. You know what I mean?
You say nobody's fucking with him.
I said that.
I agree.
I said
It's
that.
very true.
Definitely.
Really?
Do
Agree.
you feel like, I don't know, bro. We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
He say that every time we get a guest.
I mean, we have known each other for a long time.
Long time, first time.
He be flexing.
Relly might be our number one industry list.
Really player.
He might be our number one industry.
I've been knowing him since he was 2.
Yeah. Not with me. Really. I think we had our first show.
Go ahead, Relly. What you got?
Yeah, we got circumcised together.
Yeah, like 2012 or some shit.
Bitch, ain't the club.
Yeah,
The food on the kitchen smoked by Nene Soul Food Kitchen in Phillips. She got that milk.
Sequoia was in there. Sorry.
Yeah, well, saying that.
Yeah.
She was saying.
I feel like, don't get me wrong, I really like this album. I just feel like this is light work for you, bro.
I mean, you say
Do you
it every
feel like-
album though.
Do you?
Can I enter?
And I think you know what I mean. Like, I feel like you're in a comfortable place, and I feel like when I say that, it's like you in your zone. Like,
Yeah, I thank you. I'm in a place at this moment to where, honestly, you know what I mean. Just full honesty, I have a lot of eyes on me. You know what I mean. So I can't just rap to rap anymore. You know, that's been long gone actually. You know what I'm saying. For the last 3 albums, we haven't just rapped to impress. We rap to make hit records. We rap to, you know what I'm saying, elevate the culture, but it's still got a jam. So, of course, there are gonna be certain spots to where I can't go full, retarded, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you have to have a certain place to where regular people can say, yo, I appreciate this music. You know, everybody isn't an intellectual that's well read and, you know what I mean, shit like that. So,
I think what you did though is what I look for in an artist, because like, it's levels.
Yeah.
Of course, you can rap your ass off, but like most rappers can't make a song, let alone an album.
Yeah.
And like you accomplish that shit.
I appreciate
and it's
that.
like niggas who expect Lyrical content, got that. Niggas who expect the song just to jam, got that.
Yeah.
Catchiness, got that. Production, got that. Like, it was a well-rounded album, bro.
I appreciate that. That was the main goal at the end of the day. We wanted people to walk away and say, you know, Fatt is still one of the best rappers, or, you know, whatever you'd like to say about that. But not only that, but this album, it just, you can just appreciate it. It just jams. You don't really have to listen to every word to say, yo, this shit in the background is jamming. You know what I mean? And that's kind of hard to do. But if you say we accomplished it, then, you know, we accomplished it. You know what I mean? So
like I said 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That nigga's harder than Toby.
Man, I mean, hey, you know, I don't like to get into the individual arguments because people can mistake it as hate, you know, whatever. So I sit back and let, you know.
Toby's good. Toby's good.
You know, I sit
good.
back and let y'all have that conversation. I just say, if you're going to ask me who's the best, then
It's gonna be you.
It's going to be me, and I'm allowed to do that. I'm biased. I wrote it. You know what I mean? And that's just not against Houston. I'm talking hip-hop.
Right, for sure.
What do you want, nigga?
There is a this is a legitimate question. Stop. There is a episode of it's cartoony shit. I'm getting comic book with it. There's an episode of Justice League Unlimited where Superman is fighting, and Superman is fighting Darkseid, and Darkseid says, you know, nobody can stop me. I'm the hardest nigga out here.
Yeah.
And Superman says, listen, you don't understand. I've been living my entire life like everything around me was made out of cardboard. But you're different. I can fight you like I can be me. I can be myself. I can flex. I can be exactly as strong as I am. Do you feel like in any of these albums that we have reviewed and that you have put out, have you shown everything you have yet, or do you think there's more?
Of course. It's just not for a full album. It wouldn't. I wouldn't say it wouldn't make sense, but it wouldn't make sense for what I'm trying to do at this moment. But have there been flashes of what I feel like is my pen pushed to its point? Of course. Take the intro to Table Manna, Out Here, the first verse, God Rap. You know, I can name a couple from each album that, you know, I really just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna rap on this one. You know what I mean? But I can't do that shit for a full album if I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? It's just not.
It's a thing where you don't want to give them everything at the same time. You want to wait.
Well, not only that, but I mean, you know, you don't want to confuse people where you're at. Where I'm at this level, people can barely understand. So if I push it for a full album, then what are we really gonna get besides what the fuck is this nigga talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So, you know, so I'm not in a position, you know, I have people from other cities, other countries, you know what I'm saying, jamming my shit. I'm not in a position to lose them just to say, hey, I'm the best, I want to flex my muscle real quick. You know what I mean? But if I were ever given that chance, if any rapper were to ever step up to the plate, or if I were given a chance at another level to say, you know, Fatt just unleashed the beast, then, you know, we'll see what I can do. I believe it's going to be pretty nice.
I'd be willing to say it would be unfair for you to unleash the beast if, when you drop an album, you know, the way that you're a rapper, the way that people from the city are rappers, the way that you are structuring yourself as far as when you release music, you don't drop singles, you don't have, you know, 80s just rotating, my new shit's about to drop. If you drop something and not only us in this room talk about it, but the fact that you have people in bigger stratospheres, the fact that Dwight Howard was working his awkward ass out to your shit.
Hey, man.
The day your shit dropped. No disrespect.
Okay, this my
Hey, he a Laker now, so you better chill.
Exactly.
You really wild right now. You really disrespecting right now.
I'm not disrespecting.
You got like 3 Laker
That's my
fans in
sibling.
here.
You know you just fucked
That's my
up.
sibling.
Yeah, come on.
Shout out.
Come on, Laker fans in this motherfucker. You
Shout out.
really wild right now. 5 in this
I just want to say shout out to Superman for showing me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
my nigga definitely shows love.
But the thing is, do you think that does that kind of love deter you from knowing that you're gonna get that kind of love when you go into the studio? Is it like, I know they feeling me, but I can't yet? Like, does it make you hold that back?
Not necessarily. Like it's, you know, you don't overthink this music shit. It's a vibe. You know what I mean? I go into the lab. I don't give a fuck what people think about me when I'm in there making music. That's not what we're here to do. You know what I mean? If you let the people influence the music, then you starting a problem that you really can't control, because people will always want something different. You have to go in there with a mind that I'm going to cultivate what they want. You know what I mean? I have to give them what they want, but I also have to show them something that they may not have known that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? So my job is to go in there and push the limits with the music, whether it be a turn-up record or a spiritual record or just a lyrical record. I'm there to push it to the limit. So anytime you hear a song from me, whether it's Box or motherfucking Still Water or Note to Self, it's gonna be something at the highest level, even if it's pure ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be ignorant to that level. All 97.9 that Box. It's gotta be ignorant.
The
You know what I mean?
producers you worked with in the past have all been great. All great producers.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Well, that's the compliment.
Is there any other ones that you would like to work with?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we know a nigga that say he got heat.
He's apparently
But he
cold.
never.
Rumor has it he's cold.
I'm gonna keep it a band with y'all. He told y'all the truth. I listened to the podcast.
Yeah.
I gave ample time and opportunity to really.
He just be sleep.
Niggas be busy.
He be
And,
busy.
and for those of you listening at home,
He
He be hooping.
But you also heard what I said though, right?
I did hear what you. I heard what you said.
Okay.
I did.
All right,
What'd you
But-
say, nigga? We ain't.
nigga.
He said he wants to take over a whole project. He would like that.
So would you be
That
open to
doesn't
something
mean-
like that?
doesn't mean
Well,
every
the
record.
business would have to be right. You know what I mean? Like at this point, I'm on a business with my shit. So if the business is right, of course I'd be open to it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the business has to be right for that to happen. You know, and that's not just with really. That's with anybody. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna do business, the business has to be correct. If it don't make sense, then we're not doing it.
Speaking of the business,
Don't make
you got a new situation, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not really new.
It's not new, but you know the people.
Yeah. PUD Entertainment, man. Just the Empire.
Word.
We see you shining, nigga.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
appreciate
see
it.
you.
Great talk.
I'm just a fat rapper with a chain. It's cool.
We gonna go ahead and get
You
to
fucking
the
statistic.
words.
Yeah, I am. I was the one who said, you know, rapper don't need a chain. I did say that.
And here you go.
There you go.
As soon as I got my
It be
chain,
your own
I was
nigga.
gone.
Okay, Uncle Hill.
We gonna talk about your words now. We're gonna get into the words of this album. Anybody want to go first? Besides Mathis?
I'll let Matt go first.
Go ahead.
Mathis probably knows the album better than me.
Fuck y'all. Yeah.
So yeah.
I've been stuck on Still Water for 2 weeks, so.
I'm trying to save that one.
I'm an adamant true crime head from the podcast. I love the fact that you said, and I quote,
What song, bro?
this is the first song on the album. Listen to your dog, I'm the son of Sam. Now, to some people that might be a throwaway. There's a lot of kind of groundwork that goes into that, and I know, and it's the same thing that I said when we reviewed it originally. It disturbs me that I've had conversations with you because me and you just talk shit to talk shit, and we talk about, you know, spiritualism and everything else and whatever. But when you get on a mic and you say something like that, to know the levels behind that, a person like me would dissect the line like that and say, okay, listen to your dog, I'm the son of Sam the 44 caliber killer in New York, killed people because he said he was listening to his dog that was the voice of Satan who was telling him to kill people.
Sure.
Are we gonna let the rapper explain it, or you just gonna explain it all?
Nah, I mean he's doing a perfect job.
I'm giving there's a question for me.
It's all that is true. I didn't even want to stop it because I would have stumbled upon that.
So he
You know the
said,
nigga in New York?
That nigga that killed people? That nigga.
he said he was listening to his dog who told him to kill these people.
I didn't know that part though.
Yeah, that's it.
He said his neighbor's dog was barking at night and told him to kill those people, but then at the end he was like, I just wanted to kill people. Fuck the dog, I just made that shit up.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
as a rapper who you are, who is on this plane of, you're a purgatory rapper to me. You know where heaven is, and you know where earth is, and you want to escort these niggas because you be like, look, I'm gonna show you where to go because I know where we're going. I can show you there, but this is what it is. Did this line stumble upon you? Was it a throwaway? Tell me about this line.
That's more so of it's a transition really. Fuck, it's playing in the background, so it's throwing me off. Listen to the dog, I'm the son of Sam of the Summer Jam. Yeah, it's a punch, but it's not necessarily one of the more serious. We're just getting started with that. You know what I mean? Like we're talking. I think that's the fourth bar of the record period.
Yeah,
so
intro,
we hadn't, as far as that intro goes, we are really just getting started down.
You warming up your throat.
It's the feeling that we're about to get into for the tape.
For sure.
We hadn't even scratched the surface at that point. So if I had to call it anything, it would be a throwaway because it's so close into the intro. You know what I mean? When you get into that intro and you start talking about me and my demigod sipping gin and tonic, the spirits in us, the shit is symbiotic. You know what I mean? Like it's shit in that shit that people hadn't caught yet. You know what I mean? So it's
Ain't that the shit that's in with the baby?
No, that's embiotic fluid.
Oh, I'm low.
Symbiotic is like this depends on you.
A symbiotic relationship.
A symbiote.
Yeah.
Look
But if you get the whole line,
I got it, baby.
You and your demigod is sipping gin and tonic. The spirits in us, gin and tonic, that spirits, So it goes into all of that.
You see
what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only that.
Were you not listening?
Wait. Let me
This
finish.
brings it in full circle why you can't go super duper dumb.
Exactly. Not only that, but the act of drinking is the symbiotic of the love.
No, on some real shit though, I listened to the album all the way through.
Yeah.
But when you sit down and you do this, cause first off, a nigga radio gotta be right. If your car bass heavy, you don't hear every lyric. You know what I'm saying? So it's shit that I miss.
We meant for it to be like that.
Yeah,
I turn my bass off.
But no, I'm talking
Texas,
about.
man.
No, I got a whoop in my car.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so
Run that shit.
you know what I'm saying? But
You ain't gotta hear everything.
But I want to hear everything.
You know what I'm
I miss
saying?
shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Yeah, it's bring back music, man. That's it's meant for you to listen again and say, when did he say that the first time? You know what I mean?
Man, but shout out to Apple Music. They uploading your lyrics to that shit.
They better.
Nigga.
Shit, fucking Google Play is my problem. Apple Music, all right with me. Keep rocking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's Spotify. Y'all do y'all thing.
I'll take it to Bill, the song
Yeah,
we chose the
yeah,
episode
that's one
with.
of my favorite joints.
Where we from, self-destruction is a human's nature. Self-preservation is our first law. Seems we conflicted from our first thought.
Yeah, facts.
That shit just...
Yeah, facts. I mean, that don't need a breakdown, but I can definitely do it. Like, well, so when you from the ghetto, you know what I mean. You can blame this on whatever. We from self-destruction is a human's nature, but in that same instance, on the same, in another hand, but the same body, we all want to save ourselves. It's the first law of human nature, right? You to save yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you really think about it, when you're from the ghetto, and that was a line strictly for people from downtrodden places. You know what I'm saying? But when you're from the slums, on one hand you would kill to make it. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, you may kill yourself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's just something to think about, really.
I'm still trying to dissect your lyrics, nigga.
Man,
that was a dissection of the lyrics.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that
You
part.
got anything?
Nigga, I used to rap.
You good? Okay, my bad. Excuse us.
I'm just impressed with the God
Excuse us.
Complex bar, like
the God Complex line and the fact the Doctor Strange line.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd, so that shit is important.
I actually had a better Dr. Strange line, but I chose that one. I can't now.
Yeah, you can't. Listen, you can't do it. You can't do it at home. Come on, baby.
Bro.
You home right now.
I mean, if you go bless us with a freestyle, you can throw it in.
No.
So I've got a question. I've got a question from one of the lines. Actually, it is Big Faces in the Bag. That's a rap. That's a rap snack.
Correct.
So, Big Fats, as far as I'm concerned, you're going to where these interviews are going to be fewer and further in between.
They better not.
I definitely wouldn't front on y'all.
Yeah, we gonna pull up on Fat's ass.
Exactly, but I know we're gonna do what we're gonna do. I know we're gonna do what we're gonna do. But the business is the business. So let me ask you this question before you got security and shit, and I gotta talk to niggas bigger than me to come and talk to my nigga.
I know Fats.
That's my nigga. What you talking about? That's my guy.
Yeah.
What would your rap snacks flavor be?
Oh man, sweet Southern heat, boy.
She said that shit so fast.
He was so ready.
I'm a fat nigga, man. You know how many times I dreamed about old snacks? It's going 2 flavors.
All right, is that the original Lay's?
Yeah, that's the flavor. Yeah,
the wavy kind.
what's my wavy flavor? Oh, fuck. Oh, that's hard shit. Oh, that boy threw me for the loop. Oh, loaded baked potato. Niggas.
Sour cream or no sour cream? Sour cream or no sour cream?
Hell yeah.
Sour cream.
With sour cream and
loaded, it ain't
bacon.
Ain't loaded. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Well, you got relationship issues. You don't like sour cream.
Good, nigga. I'm toxic. Hello.
That was some toxic nigga shit.
What's your popcorn flavor?
Ooh, white cheddar.
Oh man. Oh yeah, white cheddar.
White cheddar.
There is no other popcorn but white cheddar. Get that other blasphemous shit out.
I know this nigga. Listen.
All right, what flavor of weed would you be?
Oh man, gelato.
Gelato is this thing. Gelato needs a flavor.
Questions you only get it though.
So what would your gelato flavor be?
Gelato.
Gelato.
Hey, this shit's like ice cream. Eat a thing.
Nigga, fuck the other flavors.
Hey,
I don't want too many tutti fruities in my shit.
All you pistachio motherfuckers. We gelato niggas around here. Watch out. Fall back.
That's what
I need a you know. I smoke some live shit though.
You got one of our hosts
Before we keep it pushing,
nigga.
Hold on, wait, hold on.
Rapper weeds is
go ahead.
shit,
You got go
dog.
ahead.
Look, that's
Ain't saying shit.
You got one of our hosts.
This nigga ain't quiet for fuck.
You got one of our hosts stuck. So
That was his segment.
I'm a rapper.
His segment.
rapper weed is different.
Rapper weed is real.
Rapper weed.
I
Hashtag
made some
rapper
bad
weed.
decisions on this week. I'm not.
Is it that good?
Hashtag rapper.
Shit,
Look at
I
him.
came outside.
Look at it.
I should have went
Wouldn't have to ask
outside.
these
He
questions.
put the hoodie up. It's 89 degrees outside. Look at it. He's trying to sweat.
Look,
like a
yeah,
fat
nigga.
That's the most that nigga said all day.
Hey, whatever, bro. You got it. You got it.
It's Jay. That's it.
Nigga didn't even run his whole AKAs down.
But we good. Man, one of the ones I know a lot of people I've seen post about the album and posted this track, Still Water.
Yeah. Shout out to Trizzy.
Jesus Christ.
That got the whole song, but that goddamn first verse.
I'm gonna ask a question that we can't ask outside the house. How much did that sample cost?
I'm not doing that.
Okay. Okay. So that's the answer I want.
Shout out to Trizzy track.
That's the answer I want.
Yeah,
Because
I can't.
as soon as I was like, oh, still water. Okay, water. Like I don't know what I didn't know what I was looking for going in. And as soon as I
But
pressed play, I was
I'll
like,
tell you outside. But
as soon as I pressed play, I was like, this nigga's different. I don't like him. That was my God complex. I wanted to tell the fat God the complex. I'm glad you're here.
That's one I couldn't even try to write down, but just that first verse in general and the thought process,
Go through the whole thing, man.
of us ourselves technically being godly.
Godly.
Yeah.
Godly.
Like you talking to yourself who's staying in whose own way sometimes. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the still water is the culmination of the tape, right? You know what I mean? That's the whole feel that we want you to take away. But what people don't really get, which I'm glad I'm here to clear up one thing, is it's not me calling myself God. I've gotten that question a lot of times. We're not speaking on Fatts is God of the universe, and
You got enough fans to do that for you.
I mean, well, not even that. Like, I would never even view myself that high. You know, I'm fucking self-deprecating if anything.
You're basically a comedian.
Yeah, facts. But it's not necessarily about me. It's about the manifestation of what you believe in to the fullest extent. Basically, if you're a Christian, even by your own doctrine, you should believe that there's a God in you, right? So why would you not want to achieve that level? So many people want to be the son or daughter of God or a woman or man of God, but none of them ever think that they can reach to the level of being a God. Not of God, of course. You can't be, the big kahuna in the sky, but you can have a manifestation of things that you speak into existence actually happening. That's God level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what I try to get people to understand in this particular record is, if you were to dare believe in yourself, you would achieve that heaven that you're looking for. If you are to neglect or to what's the word that they use in the Bible when you go against God?
Oh, blasphemy?
Well, not blasphemy, but forsake.
Yeah,
If you forsake yourself, then you're going to be living in hell. If you don't believe in what you can do in anything, then the mental anguish of that is what? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't believe that you can do when really there's nothing stopping you but yourself. So it's really about looking yourself in the mirror and saying, hey, my own problems or my own blessings or from my own actions. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that makes sense.
You know.
A lot of people
Wasn't that kind of
can't
baby
look
face?
at themselves.
Yes.
Wasn't that like maybe face? Basically
Yeah.
saying you asking for stuff, but you don't even think that you can actually.
You don't think you deserve
A
it.
lot of us, man, we knock ourselves so much that we want things, but we don't believe that we can manifest those things. You know what I'm saying? People will say, I want to be a millionaire, but you know, that but you know is the disbelief that you don't need.
Right.
You'll never get to where you aspire to be. But if you constantly tell yourself you're going to be a millionaire, you're going to start making moves to do that. You know what I mean? And you may not ever achieve that goal, but the God level is the understanding that you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, we fail. That's the human in us. We are living a human
And then
experience.
you get with the my bad man, this with the blessed be the man that speaks to God and don't ask a thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that goes into many parallels too, meaning a lot of us don't self-reflect, right? So in the notion that we are the God that I'm speaking of, you are the God in your life, then blessed be you who talks to yourself, but you don't require anything of you. You just self-reflect. That's merely what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look over yourself and say, you know what? I got over some shit today. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to slap the shit out of my son, but I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I got over some shit today.
She was
you know
acting
what
a
I'm
whole
saying?
ass. I love you, baby, but you
in
was
that
on that shit.
self-reflection, would you not be blessed to say, you know what? I'm doing all right. Because a lot of times, I'm pretty sure you're a father, you might say to yourself, I may not be doing this right, or am I doing this right? Or those are the questions that you're going to have in that situation, right? But if you were ever self-reflect and say, you know what? Man, my kid is, you know, straight A student or whatever his, you know, accolades may be, and you can finally just say, you know what?
Pat yourself on the back.
Niggas doing all right.
Yeah.
Is that not a blessed moment?
That is.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So it also goes to the God that you believe in, whatever your beliefs are, but it goes into yourself too.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes you gotta do that shit, cause you know what I'm saying. Like,
All the time you
gotta,
have to do
reflect
that
and
shit.
look like how far you done came to where you was in the past.
It's also in the line where I say, I mean, God, you got to praise yourself some of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So it's
That one hit.
yeah. You know, sometimes you have to look and say, man, you know what? I'm doing all right in life, even if it's fucked, even if the world around you is fucked up. This is the same album where we're talking about sleeping on the floor.
I was just about
Hello.
You see what I'm saying? So you can believe this at any level in life.
So
And it's power actually by believe.
before
Yeah.
I wanna pivot from this, and I wanna
Yeah.
go into the features that you had on the album, but I wanna stop here.
Shout out to Lily.
No, not yet.
No, I got to shout out to Lily.
I know, but not yet. We're gonna, cause
Thank you, Mathis, because that was my next question.
You heard the podcast. You heard the podcast. We got stuff about your features.
Yeah.
So
Lily deserved it.
are there preachers or people of the cloth in your family? Or you know,
No,
how,
I got a family of heathens.
okay. So
It go down in my family. It goes down in my family. You know, they all heard that was like, what?
I come from a family that is, you know, a lot of the men in my family are quote unquote cut from the cloth and all that other stuff, and you know, we heathens, but you know, we eventually find our way to the Lord. Yada.
Nah, my family.
And you out here spending with us? Hey,
You gotta live first. God ain't do with me yet. What I tell you this morning, huh? But listen, I got him. So this album feels like somebody who, you know, you might have come from. You might have come from situations where you were, you know, downtrodden, or you know, you might have been from adverse situations, but you had this. Not faith instilled in you, but you had a different kind of faith put into you that you know that, like, look, this isn't just it. It's not just, I don't have to just move weight. I don't have to just do whatever. You know, I'm not implicating you in moving weight or anything like that, but
Nah, it's cool.
I'm not trying to.
I'm long removed from criminal activities.
I'm not trying to. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to. You know, but
no, Tekashi's in jail, not me.
okay, that's what I'm saying. You
This isn't
sound
Vlad.
like a man
For real,
who
sound like Vlad.
you sound like a man who knows God.
Yeah.
that's exactly what
So
I was-
I mean, it's not like you're not rapping to niggas. You're preaching to niggas, and there's a difference. Because I love rappers, and rappers rap to me all the time. But when niggas preach to me, it's an issue. And when niggas preach to me and when shit preaches to me, I have a missionary that I talk to, and it's my big sister cousin. And when I talk to, when shit touches you, it's different. So the fact that you get on track and you say things like this, and you got the table manna thing, and the album art is what the album art is, and it's everything. It's different. So how was your? This is real personal. How was your relationship with the big man?
It's in my eyes, it's perfect, but but you have to realize my theory on things. You know what I mean? So when we say the big man, are we speaking on a God from a religion, or are we speaking on an energy?
I'm speaking on your personal God.
My personal.
Your personal Jesus.
That I can answer. I don't have a personal Jesus, but I do believe in
and Jesus was
course, a higher power and energy, a divine, and how I feel I'm in tune with that is almost seemingly perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like you, of course, you're never gonna be fully in line,
right?
Because I'm a shallow nigga at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, we all dark skinned big niggas. We just
I like strippers. You know what I mean?
Man,
so I'm not gonna sit here, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm gonna be fully enlightened all the time. But what I like to say is that there are two different planes, right? Or two different worlds. There's a world that we're living in right now. You know what I mean? We're sitting here, we're having good conversation, we vibing, and everything's cool, and and then there's another world where we could all dive into in our minds at this moment. Now we're all still here, but if you start reflecting on some deep shit, you're no longer here mentally. You know what I mean? So when I say that, my ability to go to that world and come out of it is perfect. You know what I'm saying? To me. You know what I'm saying? I spend a lot of time up there and I spend a lot of time down here. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you keep it balanced, you're fine. Now when niggas start spending too much time up there,
it's an issue.
You lose touch with reality. You know what I mean? If you spend too much time in the stratosphere, you look down and the renters do. Your ass ain't been to work all week. You know what I mean? So you gotta, there's a healthy balance. You know what I mean?
It's almost the first.
It's like, it's like using drugs. You know what I mean? If you smoke weed all day, every day, it's become a problem. But if you smoke it after work, you might be alright.
What's your hand, bro? I saw your hand. My bad, bro.
Nah, what Matt just was talking about, I just kind of wanted to get into the features. Like, all right, so Lily, all right, I know typically when you do features, it's an organic thing. Like, whoever's around, like if you invested, involved into, what's going on with you and your project at the time, that's how things manifest. But like, what was the experience like? Cause like two people really, well, I'm not gonna say two. Pub, Lily, and Green really stood out to me on this project. But just starting off with Lily, like, what was that situation like?
Well, Lily just put me on this last album. You know what I mean? So it was man, I fuck with Lily, man. Lily is he reminds me of the old law. You know what I'm saying? The old how we used to do things with hip hop. So when I recorded the record for him, nigga pulled up to my apartment with the mic stand and the laptop. You know what I'm saying? And I was
getting it in.
I'm like, shit, nigga, you fucking with the right one. You know what I mean? So we went to work. You know what I'm saying? And of course, just that experience alone, I had to reciprocate having him on mine, which I'm, more than happy that I did. The motherfucker came through rapping his ass off. I said, goddamn, boy, shit. You know what I mean?
Understatement.
But I'm happy for niggas like Lily that keep you honest. You know what I mean? They keep a nigga like me honest to where, I can't walk around, like I say, I may think that I'm the greatest in my own world, but I can't walk around and not be prepared with niggas like Lily walking around. You know what I mean? Okay. So he not only keeps a nigga honest, but he's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we generally want to see us succeed. And us working together is just inevitable. And along with the Indigo clan, shout out to the whole clan, you know what I'm saying? We got more work coming.
Tay, I see you. What's good, brother?
Yeah. So, I've always fucked with Preach and Devontae, you know what I'm saying? All of that is organic. Those are niggas who are friends that, we developed that friend. You know what I mean, really. Like, you develop the friendship over the years and, it's just, we all happy to look around and we still doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, that Lily shit is as organic as it can be. Green, that's fam. You know what I'm saying? Me and Green actually got some shit coming up. So
okay, I think the great thing was nothing seemed forced.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that hasn't been the case for a couple of albums now. I definitely don't try to force any feature.
Yeah.
Simply because, I mean, I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about my ability, and I'm not trying to be arrogant.
I'll do it. Listen,
well,
shut up.
One thing about my reputation, right, is that when rappers deal with me, they bring their A game. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whether I make them do that or not, you know, you've never heard, you know, even if you don't like it, you can't say it's just whack. It's just something that you may not have liked. You know what I'm saying? But niggas definitely coming with their A game on my record. I don't, you know, I guess that's because they feel like everybody else is gonna compare them to me or whatever the case may be. But I don't think I've heard a bad verse from any of my features in a while. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course that goes to deal with the caliber of niggas you're dealing with too. That rises as well. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like Lily, you know, he's a beast.
I wanna throw something in. Being an impartial nigga like I usually am. The first time I met Green was the last time I heard him on some of your shit, and from the last time I heard Green to what I've heard from him to this next time I heard Green, if you're listening, fuck you, nigga. That shit was tough. That shit was tough.
I'm not gonna lie, I had one of the most epic studio sessions with Green and D-Lo.
I saw that on the.
I would have loved to have been there when Give and Go got recorded.
Yeah, that was live too. I'm not gonna lie, that one we had the other day though, that was special, man, because I wasn't supposed to be on that record. So, you know, we talking about a time where I come in, I hear them niggas record, and I'm like, hey, y'all got 5 minutes? Let me slide in, my guy. I was like, shit, I'm looking on the screen, I'm like, it look like 12 balls or something. You know,
I can slide in right there.
Like, you know, niggas don't be expecting you to be ready. They like, well, nigga, you ain't got nothing right now. Nigga, I got something right now. Look, nigga, I ain't got to write shit.
Look, Green, you a big nigga. I told you this when I met you. You a big nigga, but I fuck with you.
If he wasn't a big nigga, you wasn't gonna fuck with him?
If he was a big nigga, I wanna talk more shit.
What kind of weight shit is that?
I feel like he could fight me because he's bigger than me.
Man, Green will punch your shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You better leave me alone.
What is it? Green will stall me out.
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep driving. I don't want to get.
Shout out to my nigga Green though. We definitely got some shit going. I don't want to unleash what that is yet because we still working on everything, but. Yeah, it's going down.
Can I get an unofficial commit that when the shit with you and Green comes, both of y'all will come home and holler at a nigga?
Of course.
We miss y'all here.
Of course.
You know,
of course. Whenever y'all want to have me, I'm here, man. You know what I'm saying?
And look, if niggas can't find you, I can. So we can talk about it.
Don't pull up in my cubicle though.
Relax.
I wouldn't do that. Don't get a nigga fired.
I wouldn't do that.
Big Fats.
You want to give us some station identification real quick? Come right back with this shit.
I know more white people there than you do. I'll be fine.
That's a lie, first of all.
Oh, bullshit, nigga, they know me.
Nigga, they know me too.
This face belongs on the tissue.
Nigga, they know you from being a good worker. They know me from being scared of me. So. Nigga know me.
Look, listen, nigga,
I be in the elevator, nigga, they be like, I'll take the next one.
You know what? Me and him got on the elevator one day. And I was like, niggas.
Yeah, I was just smelling like a pound.
Oh my god, it was fantastic.
Hey man, first of all,
we still recording?
Yeah, it's a break.
I'm about to say,
nigga, I would have said erase all of this.
Nigga, man, motherfucking customer line on my bitch ass, bro.
What happened?
Man, so this bitch.
We going to the shit?
Customer line on you like what?
No, so this.
Look, so, y'all gotta see I'm looking.
Nah, so it was me and another rep that was working early in the morning. I work at Verizon. So we busy. So I'm helping the customer. I got a business customer over here I'm helping too. She like another person, but like she in line. So she helping and puffing. Like she wants us to hurry the fuck up. But I got this person, I'm just finished helping, and I got this person over here. So my manager did the whole little transaction. So she sent an email talking about the person who helped me was the person that greeted me at the door. His name was Scott, which is my manager. He went to Brian. First off, my name is Brandon, bitch. So she was like, he went to Brian, who was next available representative, but Brian was not interested in helping me at all. Instead, he went to help someone else who had come into the door after me and wanted to purchase some items from the store.
Oh,
Like, yo, like, bro.
iPhone that bad, nigga?
Huh?
She wanted the iPhone that bad?
And the bitch got an iPhone 7.
Fuck out of here.
they still selling those?
Man.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, wow.
Nah, I'm not doing no more radio freestyles, bro.
That's next.
I fucking, that summer league shit, I fucking regretted not being able to put that shit on Table Mantle, man. I was mad than a bitch.
Piss you off.
I was like, bro, why the fuck did I go spit that shit up there? I was mad the motherfucker. Because I had a beat. I had a mean ass sample that all like I couldn't do. I got it last minute. And I was like, bro, if I would have broke that summer league joint down 2 verses.
He mentions like he said, Manna. I didn't even realize.
I didn't even realize
I said it out loud. I was like, that was the food that God provided for the.
like,
But what we gonna eat?
sitting there watching.
Nigga, I got you, nigga. Just wake up, nigga.
Wake up. I got you.
Watching you record that, I didn't even realize that shit was that long, so I go back to
Bro,
that shit.
me, I'm
I was
like,
like, oh, this nigga was,
bro, I'm like, I went up there and did 3 minutes of pure dope for no reason. Nigga, like, man, and that's why I say I didn't do nothing this year at all. If you notice, no challenges, no radio freestyles. Like, I'm off that.
I understand.
You know, at least for this moment.
So that means we're not getting a freestyle tonight.
You definitely not.
Yeah,
Damn.
If I freestyle tonight, it's gonna be I done came down. I cannot.
Shoot the shot. That's all.
I was so
I always gotta shoot the shot.
because I had the perfect. You know how this is really. Like, you get the perfect beat and it's like, what do I got for this? And I immediately started spitting the summer league joint,
Yeah.
and I'm like 2 minutes in, like,
You like,
fuck.
Yeah, it's too late.
I started to hit y'all, like, man, delete that shit.
That shit got like
Wait,
4K views.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that shit had
The
like
one that I
4,000
did when we
views on
was
it.
in there.
No, it was with us.
What else? What else?
That shit had,
Yeah.
that shit had 4K views on it. That nigga really couldn't.
Yeah, it ain't nothing I can really do. Like,
Even on our Instagram, that hoe had like it was in the thousands.
For real?
already.
Yeah.
Oh, so you a rap for them niggas, but you won't rap for us?
motherfucker, I rap for y'all too.
He did rap for us.
Yeah, nigga, that got like 3,000 views.
That sure did. That sure did.
This nigga's idiot.
I had to tuck the hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, untuck the hot.
I had one ready. No, I was saying I had one ready. Okay.
Bro.
Nah, but bro, I'm talking about I was in that bitch, and it's fucked up because I was spitting it out loud, so everybody in that hoe was just like,
Yeah.
nigga, get in the booth, nigga. I'm like,
Nah, I did this shit.
I put a video up on Facebook first, and they sold the 4K. They like,
Damn.
your big ass need to stop rapping everywhere, nigga. Like, you know, so.
Damn, we can't get one.
No, nigga, no.
Instigator. Instigator.
Table manner.
Nigga, just spit still water live. We want the lives. We want
Hey, real shit though.
we want still water unplugged.
If you can give us the first verse of Still Water, bro, I'll be good with that.
We want still water
Like,
unplugged.
it's not even live performance, bro. If you can just give us
Hold on.
Still Water and
How
then
about we
just
do this, bro?
Nigga, give us box.
Yes, we're recording.
yeah, bro. Just if you can give us the first half of
I
Still Water.
got a good idea. Let me see. What you think?
He's hot.
I'm hot too. I'm trying to remember how still water
So,
started.
just drop your favorite verse that you did on the album and kind of dissect it as you're going through it, kind of explain it.
Oh, that's fucking hard. My favorite verse, as I stick and move through this interlude, into my inner mind for an interview, it's table manners, but it's nothing about my etiquette. You know my shit is biblical. Gotta consider Exodus. That's what the title comes in. Thug motivation, inspiration for the desolate. The Jews needed food. The manna is what I blessed them with. I'm talking bread. It's substance. My people love it. I come through with the blessings. They faces just get disgusted. Call me Fatt Geezus. The Elohim, there's no better me. Tell Allah how I am El Shaddai over every beat. The flow is water. I'm out here trying to sell like the 7 seas. It's funny. I'm scared of failing. These niggas scared of me.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So,
Talk to him.
just that part of the verse.
Niggas
right?
can't hear you.
So, I mean, yeah, if you're familiar with your religious shit, then you know how epic it would be to have Elohim and El Shaddai and Allah in the same context. In the second verse, I go to name a couple of more, Yahweh, Jehovah, and a lot more that people don't know, but Adonai is not Adonai.
Yeah.
It's actually a word for God as well.
Yeah, it's
so
called Adonai.
yeah, well, no, it's called Adonai. It's said the way I say it.
I don't know, brother.
I don't know about that, brother. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Hey,
Pete, we ain't gotta argue about it. Google has
is
a play
Adonai.
button
Pull it up.
where it will let you play with the word sound.
It'll give you the verbal sound of it.
Exactly.
So let's pull it up.
Adonai.
NAI, yeah.
ADO.
It says a Hebrew. Okay.
It's a Hebrew word, yeah.
Pull it up.
Hold on.
No, and play it. No, I'm saying, 'cause he plugged in.
Oh.
Let's see. What does it say?
Adonai.
Thank you.
My bad.
This ain't no ego or no persona.
He did his
This
research.
is me believing past everything in my own eye.
Relax.
I'm just saying. I'm very thorough.
Can I get my face out your pocket?
You dropped something. You dropped something. You dropped something.
Yeah, nah, so yeah, I mean, so the whole why I did those titles, because first of all, they're just titles from different people, Hebrew, well actually a lot of it's Hebrew with El Shaddai and all that. But they're just titles. A title is merely a word that we humans use to identify with. It doesn't mean that the higher power actually goes by that name. So I wanted to get people out of that. But also just the, if you go with the hook, you know, which is I'm a god, you know, but they calling me the man out here. So we just wanted to, or I just wanted to name as many as I could without being too cheesy. I had a lot of them. So I could
Give us some you didn't use.
Jehovah Jireh. I actually
Rhyme
gonna
that.
use that one. Yeah, well, you're not gonna
Rhyme
do it.
that.
This nigga, just know that I can. Just know that I can. But it's like, you know what was funny? It's like,
Fuck you.
niggas hit me up, yo, nigga, you rhyme something with Kirkendall, nigga? I'm like, out of all the shit that I say on this tape, you were impressed. You're impressed by a street name.
Hey, bro.
All right, bro.
No size finest.
That's how you know you
I was like, ah.
Fuck with some Houston niggas when they impressed by that shit.
I was like, ah.
Nigga, he
Talking about the street.
Yo, the nigga was wild. I knew he wasn't bullshitting, so I was like, bro, that's the one for you?
He live off of Kirkendall, don't he?
Yes.
Probably so.
That's right.
That nigga hit me up and was like, bro, are you fucking serious? I'm like, what?
Alright, so let's go ahead and get with the shits for tonight. Get these niggas to work in the morning. James, go ahead. Pause that.
What are we doing? Did you say shout out my shit?
Yeah, you gotta shout out your shit.
Okay, I didn't know if you were saying it though. I don't want
I did say that. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
We gonna say
Big Fats, Table Manor, Fattest Food Truck, both of them dropped this year. You can tell me which one you think is better. I have my own opinions. Anyway, Really Rap Video.
What is your own opinion?
I'll tell you that later. Really Rap Video Shoot. Really Rap Video Shoot next Sunday.
Ooh.
iMix Studios,
What time?
2 p.m. to 4 p.m. You got to be there from 2 to 4 because we had to pay for the studio. I would tell you how much it is an hour, but nigga, I don't have it like that. So we not paying for over 2 hours.
Your chain says otherwise. But okay.
Look, okay. I might have it like that, but I'm not paying for no more than 2 hours.
You shining, nigga.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, come out.
Shut up, nigga.
So, here's the thing. The theme is, this is really rap, so if you heard it, it's about back in the day. We want the old school Houston style. So we ask for everybody to be heavy starch.
Starchy Archies.
Starchy Archie.
Everybody to be heavy starch.
My jeans ain't that baggy no more, bro. I know.
I'm pulling out the LJ jersey.
I'm asking for
I'm
you
pulling
for
out the
one
LJ
time.
jersey.
I gotta go buy some jeans, my damn self.
I gotta buy, go to Marshall, nigga. They got a bunch of them.
You know it, you know it. You know
Marshall
it.
got a bunch
Hey,
of them.
no bullshit. And if I can't find no jeans, I'm gonna do some khakis.
Fiesta got them khakis.
You gotta
Hey,
But-
that might be your best bet on the code.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing khakis, but pull up. Even if you're not starchy, pull up. It's 420 friendly. We're gonna vibe out. You know what I'm saying? We're
420
gonna
friendly.
Yeah, it's 420 friendly. It's gonna be a nice little video shoot. The video ain't gonna last nothing but like an hour. After that, we're gonna jam some music. We might pass the aux cord, let you jam your shit, whatever. You know, rappers welcome to pull up. We showing love to the city. So anybody who's hearing this, if it comes out before then, of course, you know. pull your ass up, man, and come, be in the video and shit, man.
What day is this on again?
Next Sunday.
Cool.
So
2 to 4.
not today.
2 to 4 white people
Next
time.
Sunday.
2 to 4.
White people time.
Cause I'm talking about at 4 o'clock. If your ass pull up, talking about some, you ain't gonna get him. No.
Gotcha.
It's a hell to the no. So
Alright.
yeah.
Go ahead, Jack.
Let me get some video proof I was here.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Feeds.
On your podcast.
I'm naturally a controlling person. I'm naturally
These niggas are real live thug journalists.
But that's not
I said dope to my mama, nigga.
Oh, this nigga's wild.
Brian Brokaw can suck my dick, nigga.
Whoa. Jeez.
Okay. So,
I hope my mama don't listen to this.
I hope my mama don't listen to this.
tragic.
Jesus Christ.
So, shout out to social complex. That's from
Wait, did we miss the part we was looking for?
Yeah,
Is that the one
got
you playing
you.
with the
I got
booty
you.
hole?
No, that's not the booty hole.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
not doing-
What?
I'm supposed
Pause for the
My
cause.
bad, DJ,
It's
I'm
coming. It's coming.
My bad, DJ.
Pause.
That was-
Hello.
My bad, DJ.
I got y'all.
Hello.
I got y'all. The shit's
My bad,
coming.
DJ. I'm sorry.
So that was from a preview of upcoming episode of Social Complex dropping sometime this week. You can find them niggas where you find them niggas where podcasts be at and shit.
Yeah, we're gonna plug them.
There is a plug. Nigga,
The only thing that gets plugged is buttholes.
What is up with you tonight?
Keep talking. It's gonna make sense.
Sorry, DJ. Go ahead, brother.
I'm sorry.
Man, y'all making DJ turn red, bro.
Fam. So what Shawty basically said was that she has been the king in all of her relationships.
No fucking way.
So they then asked people's opinion on the fact that women want to be called kings these days. I gave Shawty my opinion on why I basically told her that I think women have downplayed what a queen was. Women themselves are shitting on the position of a queen
Okay.
to try to become king. Shorty told me that if you don't lead in every aspect of your household, including the paycheck, your woman will never respect you.
Wow. Wow. That's tough.
Can I go, bro?
Go ahead.
That's stupid.
I don't understand at this point, bro.
She's stupid.
I always thought the queen was the most powerful piece on the
It is.
chessboard, right?
It is.
So
They don't
why,
realize it.
So why?
It is,
so why
has
is
been,
it
and
such
will
a
be.
big deal to be the king? Like, why do you want this total dominance?
Man, this
She
bitch.
want a dick.
Man, dude.
Like, why do you want this total dominance?
She want a dick.
Ding. Man,
just gonna
look,
hold my
to be
hand
honest
over
with
the
you,
coffee
ball.
to be honest with you, as a husband and as a father, females don't want. They don't want what we go through, bro. Like honestly, like no shots of females. Like there's a lot of good single man. Fuck that shit. They don't want what we go through. DJ can probably test this shit. Even though we might not show it on the outside, bro, inside, nigga, it's a war.
You know what I think though? I think we will never understand each other's plight.
There's no such thing. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what? When as you get older and go through life, as you get older and go through life, I don't really. I'm not gonna say I don't care about her plight, but that's not my job to understand her plight. Now I can get a concept of it for relationship reasons, but I will never fuck myself to try to understand what my wife is going through. You see what I'm saying? Not to be selfish.
No.
But
It's not even a selfish thing, but like, how is it fucking yourself to try to understand where she's coming from, even though you will never fully understand?
Right.
Like trying to understand.
But it's like me racking my brain to figure out
Oh
something.
no, yeah.
Yeah, and I will never figure it out. So
Okay,
I'm going crazy trying to figure out how you feel, and I will never know.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I mean. Yeah, that's how I
Okay,
mean.
yeah, I didn't know what you meant.
No, for sure,
I
for
get
sure.
you.
I'm
I look
blaming
at
on
it like
him.
this, bro. Like in a sense, that shit is like we both got equal plights at the end of the day, because we all fucking human. So it's no shit that it's not too much shit that a man is going through that a woman's not going through. But
Wait, when you say equal plights, are you referring to
like as many disadvantages as being a woman, I got the same
people?
disadvantage as being a man.
Are you talking about black women and black men, or just men and women? Period.
I'm talking about men and women, period. Because
Nah, that's different.
I'm gonna go with black men and women because
no, I'm not gonna cut it short. I'm not gonna cut it short. I'm not gonna cut it short and say that black women. I'm just going as a whole in society, bro. We all have equal plights.
What's the original? I thought the thing was about her wanting the man to be.
No, she's saying that basically what Shawty was saying was if at any point where the woman brings in the household more than the man, she is the king of the said household.
Oh, okay, she's an idiot.
Yeah, hey, did somebody say something about your censorship? Somebody try to censor you?
No.
Cause you saying shout it. Usually I was waiting for a bitch to roll out.
Oh,
No, he's not gonna say.
I don't even know her like that, so
He's not saying bitch for a very specific reason. I'm gonna jump in front of this. He's not saying bitch for a very specific reason. I'm here to say bitch. That bitch is tripping. Listen, as a father, as a ex-husband, and as a person who has been in relationships before, that single bitch is tripping.
Oh, so PC police.
PC police is off tonight, nigga. I'm not on the clock. She's big wildin'. Open the door, bitch. You wildin'. She's not. Stop it. You sound dumb. Yeah. You look dusty. Damn. Your Abby is stupid. Your username is Facebook?
Yeah. It's from the podcast, but it was off Facebook.
Yeah, the group though, right?
This is the dumbest. This is the dumbest shit.
I got an opinion.
This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
What you got, bro?
He said what I said.
This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
What I said about the 9 to 5.
As far as
making 11.75.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, bitch, how much do you make? Cause I'm tired of these bitches. Look, don't get me started. I don't want to call her a bitch because I don't know her, and I'm trying to be, a respectful human being because I might be a star in the next couple months, and I don't want to get my Facebook and shit. You know what I mean?
Tell us 20K
I don't need cancel culture to try to hit me when I'm trying to make a dollar. But anyway, bitch, how much do you make?
Not enough. Clearly not enough.
Like these, oh my God. Okay, so what we have...
leave your mom's house and then talk about niggas.
What we have is a generation of women who want wife, treatment and can't make it past the first date. So what you have is women who expect to be treated like, a queen, so to speak, and have a man take care of everything, meaning, not only finances but protection and her never wanting for anything and things of that nature. But what they don't understand is there is only a certain type of woman who achieves that. And we ain't talking about whether she's a freak or not. We're talking about if she holds her nigga down in certain areas too.
But that may or may not have something to do with it. But continue.
It got something to do with everything with me. So if I'm gonna pay all the bills,
you a freak.
Oh shit!
You a freak.
You was a freak for me to pay any bill. It could have been the Uber bill, bitch. You did something. What we're talking about is not only they want a man, but they want the best of man, right? And that's a beautiful thing to aspire to. There's nothing wrong with that, and there are definitely niggas out here who are willing to take care of their wife. And not have the wife work because they're financially able to do so. But the second that you try to diminish who a man is because of his financial situation or his ability to provide for you in this manner, then you subject to getting called a bitch by niggas. Now, me personally, I don't know her, but I'm willing to bet that she got some broke nigga that she's sucking up. You know what I mean? Because
a couple.
The ones that talk like that, bro, I'm just gonna keep it all the way band with you. I'm already all kind of fat motherfuckers, so y'all feel free to do what you gotta do. But the women who talk like that, bro, most of the time they getting dug out by a nigga in his mama's back room. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Because she left her mama's house over there.
The AC blow cold because he got that good old school window unit.
Yep. You know what I mean? They let good dick get to him, bro.
Hey, man, like at the end of the day, man, we all just out here trying to have fun most days. And if you really out here searching for a nigga who's gonna take care of you and pay all the bills, there are plenty of niggas doing that on college campuses and in businesses all around the world. But you chose to drive up to Timmy Chan's and let that nigga pull your number in the parking lot. Yep. So what you get is long, broke dick. And you enjoy that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
What I came to though,
you know what I'm saying?
I came to a realization though, well, I came to a few. But one that I'll say on here is that when men call themselves king and that woman queen, it's never demeaning at all.
Exactly.
But when a woman calls herself king, she's 100% intent on demeaning her partner.
Yeah, but that's the name of the game now.
And they see nothing wrong with it, and they actually flaunt this shit on social media like it's a fun ass joke. Like, yeah, if I'm paying this, that nigga is just another nigga. Like,
he a roommate, sis.
Yeah,
he a roommate.
Wow.
I be running with that shit. See, niggas, I'm speaking to the niggas. We gotta stop fighting that shit. I'm a roommate if that's cool. So come to the room, drop off some ass, and go on to your room, get the fuck on. I got my half on the first. At the end of the day, if I'm just a roommate, that means I get to leave this room and go fuck whoever I want to. Yeah, so I'm good with all that.
Or bring whoever the fuck I want in to get some of this dick.
Hey man, I'm good with it. Bitch, if I'm a roommate,
real dangerous.
If I'm a
Y'all are
roommate,
YG fans. Y'all definitely YG fans.
Because I'll tell a bitch in a minute, look here, man, I don't know you. If you're not contributing to my life, I don't want anything to do with you. So yeah, it ain't no taking care of you fully in 2019 when you have the ability to make more than me.
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
Thanks.
Better take your ass down to the work source and get it cracking. I got some sweat in this motherfucker. I'm gone. Big fat BIGG I got hard copies, soft copies, software, anywhere.
Soft white, hard white.
Playing TV all over again.